I love algorithm. That is a sentence I think I'll probably regret it somewhat in the future, yeah. But the backstory of that sentence for now is like just before this week I was learning my algorithm, which is actually a first one, which is like a sieve of Eratosthenes thing, I don't know, which is like used to sort a prime number, which is really cool and I love it because there you can like have your very bright idea and have some creative way of solving the own problem, yeah, and having a creative way of solving the same old problem, yeah, which is really cool. I like it. So I asked my friend, which is like really good at computers, so that if you have any new one for me to try to think about, and then they just send me the link and I go to the link and it's led to this website, which is, I don't know, look somewhat weird but have a lot of stuff that I can like click through, and they will give like some of the problem that I can use some cool algorithm to solve it, yes. So I decided today that I want to try one, so I like looking at the name and this dice combination look really good, so I will click on it and it says that you should write the program to count the number of ways to construct some n by throwing a dice one or more time. Each throw produces an outcome between 1 and 6. For example, if n equals to 3, there is 4 ways, which is 1 3 times, 1 plus 2, 2 plus 1, and 3 single time, yes. So at first I thought how it can. So at first I thought, okay, what will be our algorithm that we will build today? So the first I thought I would build a list of somewhat long, and then I will just, okay, then you give the number, right, which is 4 if the user input equal 4, yeah. So we will start off with number 1 in the first index here, and then we'll just subtract it, and then we get 3, so we add another 3 of ones here, and then when we finish all that, we'll just move on with 1 and go with 2, just add 1 into this first index here, and we'll subtract it. It will get 2, and then we got 2 more ones here, and this is like another way that you could do it, and then we'll just keep doing it, like 3 and another 1 and 4 with the 1. Oh shit, it's 0. But after not long, so I've found a huge logic gap in this algorithm that it can be another stuff other than 1, like this 2 can be combined into one big 2, and then just like this, and this could be like 2 and 2 will get another force 2. So we're like, oh man, we can use this, because at first I thought we will be like, if this thing turn into 6, we'll just keep going with the next one, but when we use a test number to be a 4, we will see really fast that this won't work. So yeah, I try a bit here, which is won't work because I was like not properly plan it, so there'll be a lot of problem writing that with no good enough plan. So today we'll do that again with another style of this algorithm. Okay, so before we do that, I'll just tell you about myself. First, I am very new to this field, like not only a coding field but just computer field in overall. I have not had my own computer since I was a kid, but I've been learning this thing, which is very fun apparently. I love it. And I kind of want to study computer engineering in the future, but yeah, that's future stuff. And the next thing is, okay, I'm lazy to write that down, so I'll just tell you I have very bad English. As you can see, for the past like 3-4 or somewhat minutes, I'm having a lot of grammar mistakes, which you can correct me in the comment section if you want. I will keep that in mind and learn from my mistake, which is good. But the problem is I have not studied a proper English like once. They just teaching some random stuff in school, but the main knowledge I get for the English is from the TikTok I use in the COVID era, like 13 hours a day, a shit ton of it. It's just pop out of my head, the English. It just spawned in, I don't know. Maybe I watched too much TikToks. Okay, I forgot what the third thing is, but I definitely have something to tell you, but I'll tell you later when I think about harder and realize. But just realized some things just now, which is this. You just look 1 and 2, and 2 and 1 is a different thing, so that means like the number of which came first before 1 and 2 is having some importance in here, so we should keep that in mind. And the way they arrange their number here is quite interesting, because they start with 1 first in the front, and then they move on to 2, and then they move on to 3, which we can learn some of it by their writing, which probably start from 1 and then add the things, like first add just all 1 first, and then keep maybe like adding the last digit, and if there is more than 3, just remove it and add to the next one. I don't know. Oh, that sounds nice, because when you add the last digit to this, you just move it on to this, but oh yeah, that's add another ones here. So we should probably reset it every time the front one is changed. Oh wow, that is really nice strat. Like if we got 5 things here and then just a bunch of 1, and then we add 1 to here, and it's more than 5, which is our limit. In this case, it's just turn this into 2 things, which is like this, and this will equal the same. And then when we try to add the last one again, this will turn to 3, and this won't work, so this will be throw it into the front and be like this, and this one is just gone. So we'll left with 4, which is not nice, so we need to add another one here. Why? So I don't quite understand the logic of this, but if we keep trying, add 1 here, yeah, that's, and then like we keep recording everything that we succeed, like this thing is succeed into n equal to 5. Oh, okay, so if we keep doing that, it become like 2, and this thing is not, because 6, 2, 4, 6, yeah, it's more than 5. So we're not doing that, and keep add 1 to the front of it, which will be result in this. And then when we add 1 into this, it will break. Okay, so we keep record this first, and when we add 1 into it, it will break, and when it will break, it will just add 1 to the one in front of it and be like this. But this is the problem here, because we only have like 3s, which we want the sum of 5, so we gotta add 1 to a lot of digits, right, like these. Oh yeah, but if this thing work, it will be really nice, because it will like collect all of the ways. Yeah, I really love this idea. I just need to write it into a usable code, which is maybe doable, I don't know. Okay, so let's write that thing into like a more readable ways, because that's just like a blackboard that we use to sketch the idea or such. So the first, we build a list with have a 1 the n times, and then we'll just add 1 to the last index, yeah. And then when we add 1, this is become 2, and it's more than n, so we don't use that. So we need to write a check statement to see here, which is our value of the sum in the list is more than n or not. Okay, so we would write statement something like this: if sum is more than n, we should, no, it's other way around. If sum is less or equal than n, we should write that down, or else we should break it and continue to the next one. Yeah, that is sound okay to me. But dealing with the last index kind of weird and hard, because the last unit is like moving around every single time, right? Yeah, maybe not if we write it carefully enough, which is probably an interesting way to do that. Oh boy, it will be a lot of loop inside each other, so we can do that. Oh boy, we gotta have like a really good logic here. And then after this statement, when we write the things down already in somewhere, we should like keep going into the before index and then going on, moving on. Yes, but that don't quite work every time, because when you got to in the situation like this, it will become 1 1 1 2 1, and then we add this, and then this will be 1 1, oh no, 1 1 1 2 2, it will won't work, and then we keep going on to the next one, which is nope. Okay, so I thought that if it will this, we should move this, and then we should change else statement, because if it will be this, it will just keep adding this 2, and then we like trees and stuff. So we should like pop the thing out instead. Pop last one, and then we pop last one, this thing is just gone completely, and then we'll just left with 1 1 1 2, which is not more than 5. Okay, so we should change this into equal only, because else it will write this thing down also, which we don't want it, because oh yeah, this thing I want it because it's with 5 obviously. So 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 this thing is 6. Yeah, yep, I having some minor math problem, but okay. If it gone to this, the program will add 1 into this, and then it will be like gone into the else category, because no man. Okay, it should be like this, but if it's lower, you do nothing. But if it's, oh my god, English is hard. I don't realize that English is this hard, because I'm not familiar with it in the first place. My mother language is Thai, not English. But if sum is equal to n, we should write that down, and we should write something like this. What? ELIF. If sum is lower, and just keep going. Else, just pop the last one out, and then when this fall into the pop last one out is 3, we pop that. When we pop that, we should like loop every here. No, but we will find a problem that we need to add 1 into like the last thing when we pop, and then when okay, we pop this out, and just become 1 1 1 and nothing, and which we don't want that. So what do we do now? We add 1 into the one before it, which is like this. Okay, so this will fall under this category. Just pop last one at 1 2 before it, and then we will be like fall into this, just at 1 n time, which is not n now, it's like the number of what's left, like 1 equal divide by k, if k is like n minus sum of the list. Oh, I think this should be working well now. Is it? Okay, let's try with some weird scenario. Oh no, just build a new one. Like, okay, if n equal to 10, we will have like a lot of stuff. 5 6 7 8 9 10, which all these will be 1, and this should working because it's equal to n. And then we write this down, and then I add 1 into this become 2, and this is more than, so we don't like it. so we pop the last one and add one into the one before. When we pop that out and then we add one before, it will be also 10. When it's also 10, you don't have to add anything because this thing will be 0, yeah. And then this thing all together will be equal to 10, so we should write this down also. Okay, then we will add 1 to the last index, which is this 2 will be turned into 3, and this thing will more than 10, which we don't like it. We will pop this one down, boom, and then add 1 to before if we reach 2 like this, and now we will have a 1 left because this thing will all together add up to 9, which is not 10. We will then add 1 into this place right here, and then yes, everything seems to be working fine, which this thing will turn into 2 the next round, and this will more, which we don't want. We will just pop this thing out and add 3 to this thing, which is nice because this thing is equal to 10. We will write this down, and then we will add 1 into this, which is 4, and which is more than 10. We don't like that. We will pop that out and add this thing to the one before, which is this row, which have never been touched before, so it's gonna be turned into 2, and then we're gonna left with a lot of stuff. So we're gonna add 2 more of 1 because yeah, you know, there is like 3 left here. When there's 2 here, that just like cancel out the last one, so it's just be that. Okay, I think it will be working pretty fine. So yeah, let's write some coding time now. Okay, let's see which is working or not, and hope to come back and say that, oh, this thing worked perfectly and now I've got the code that justify this job and call it a day. Okay, let's see where it's going. Okay, so let's write that thing into like a more readable ways, because that's just like a blackboard that we use to sketch the idea or such. So the first we build a list with have a 1 the n times, and then we'll just add 1 to the last index, yeah. And then when we add 1, this is become 2 and it's more than n, so we don't use that. So we need to write a check statement to see here which is our value of the sum in the list is more than n or not. Okay, so we would write statement something like this: if sum is more than n, we should, no, it's other way around. If sum is less or equal than n, we should write that down, or else we should break it and continue to the next one. Yeah, that is sound okay to me. But you know, dealing with the last index kind of weird and hard because the last unit is like moving around every single time, right? Yeah, maybe not if we write it carefully enough, which is probably an interesting way to do that. Oh boy, it will be a lot of loop inside each other, so we can do that. Oh boy, we gotta have like a really good logic here. And then after this statement, when we write the things down already in somewhere, we should like keep going into the before index and then moving on, yes. But that don't quite work every time, because you know, when you got to in the situation like this, it will become 1 1 1 2 1, and then we add this, and then this will be 1 1, oh no, 1 1 1 2 2, it will won't work, and then we keep going on to the next one, which is nope. Okay, so I thought that if it will this, we should move this, and then we should change else statement, because if it will be this, it will just keep adding this 2, and then we like 3s and stuff. So we should like pop the thing out instead, pop last one, and then we pop last one, this thing is just gone completely, and then we'll just left with 1112, which is not more than 5. Okay, so we should change this into equal only, because else it will write this thing down also, which we don't want it, because oh yeah, this thing I want it because it's with 5 obviously. So 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 this thing is 6. Yeah, yep, I having some minor math problem, but okay. If it gone to this, the program will add 1 into this, and then it will be like gone into the else category, because no man. Okay, it should be like this, but you know, if it's lower, you do nothing. But if it's, oh my god, English is hard. I don't realize that English is this hard, because I'm not familiar with it in the first place. My mother language is Thai, not English. But you know, if sum is equal to n, we should write that down, and we should write something like this. What? ELIF. If sum is lower, and just keep going. Else, just pop the last one out, and then when this fall into the pop last one out is 3, we pop that. When we pop that, we should like loop every here. No, but we will find a problem that we need to add 1 into like the last thing when we pop, and then when okay, we pop this out and just become 111 and nothing, and which we don't want that. So what do we do now? We add 1 into the one before it, which is like this. Okay, so this will fall under this category. Just pop last one, add 1 to before it, and then we will be like fall into this. Just add 1 n time, which is not n now, it's like the number of what's left, like 1 equal divide by k, if k is like n minus sum of the list. Oh, I think this should be working well now. Is it? Okay, let's try with some weird scenario. Oh no, just build a new one. Like, okay, if n equal to 10, we will have like a lot of stuff. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, which all these will be 1, and this should working because it's equal to n. And then we write this down, and then I add 1 into this become 2, and this is more than, so we don't like it. So we pop the last one and add 1 into the one before. When we pop that out and then we add 1 before, it will be also 10. When it's also 10, you don't have to add anything, because this thing will be 0. Yeah, and then this thing all together will be equal to 10, so we should write this down also. Okay, then we will add 1 to the last index, which is this 2 will turn into 3, and this thing will more than 10, which we don't like it. We will pop this one down, boom, and then add 1 to before it reaches 2 like this, and now we will have a 1 left, because this thing will all together add up to 9, which is not 10. We will then add 1 into this place right here, and then yes, everything seems to be working fine, which this thing will turn into 2 the next round, and this will more, which we don't want. We will just pop this thing out and add 3 to this thing, which is nice because this thing is equal to 10. We will write this down, and then we will add 1 into this, which is 4, and which is more than 10. We don't like that. We will pop that out and add this thing to the one before, which is this row. which have never been touched before, so it's gonna be turned into two, and then we're gonna left with a lot of stuff. So we're gonna add two more of one, because yeah, you know, there is like three left here. When there's two here, that just like cancel out the last one. So it's just be that. Okay, I think it will be working pretty fine. So yeah, let's write some coding time now. Okay, let's see which is working or not, and hope to come back and say that, oh, this thing worked perfectly, and now I've got the code that justify this job, and call it a day. Okay, let's see where it's going. Okay, so the problem here is, where is it here? Okay, so the problem here is, okay, so at first I forgot to write those two lines, so the things that come up are just using the same old list over and over, like this three, and then this go to four, and this go to five immediately. Each time they pop it and like use the old one. So okay, that's a little bit of a problem, but not that hard. I just add these two line that add one to the letter, like letter of the number. We just add one for the amount of time um that our list it needed to like working properly. So I would do just that, and then when I did that, the things that happened. But before that, I found another one problem, which is like the dice. We only have six face, but then we use this algorithm. We didn't kind of put the upper limit to where the dice should be. So this is 7, 8, 9, 10 and stuff, which is bad. But you know, we can work on it later. It should not be that hard. So yeah, I think that I'll think that I need to find some new way to organize, maybe like we working on like a number and each possible first, and then we just switch around in the probability ways. No, I don't know. But when I put this two sentences here, and we find a new problem, which is they keep telling us over and over again that there's no such thing as list index minus one, which is completely fake, because you know what we did was list is a bunch of one, and then for I in somewhat positive range, we add a bunch of one again. So that's what this list first gonna be a lot of one. So that's not possible that they can like add one into the last digit. So I think what it did is it skipped out this stuff and straight into the else condition, which should appear only on the case that sum of the list is more than n, because this is the equal and this is the lower and this is the upper, which is only this case. And what they be having is maybe they pop out everything out of my list. So there's no like list negative one, maybe. mm, I don't know, maybe. What do we do now? I don't understand shit. I will keep you updated when I know what happened. And another thing, this is the range hundreds here. I would just keep this as a placeholder, and I will in fact, I don't know how to like put a proper boundary yet which to stop, because I need to like think more of its relation when the stop is coming. But you know, I'll keep you updated. Let's go. Okay, so after a bunch of ChatGPT, I know what's wrong with my code. So at first, my code doesn't look like this. It look like this sentence right here is not here. Like, okay, I'll copy that first, and then I will comment it to know how it was before this. Boop, boop, and then it will be somewhere around here. Oh Jesus, Control V. Okay, at first it was something like this, which in the case is like the they add one into the latest, not the latest, like the last member of the list. So when they add one, the list become more than, more than the n. So they is belong into this session, and they pop the last one out, and then they add one again, which is again gonna, what the fuck. Okay. So I finally found my logic error again, which is like, in this sentence, we'll make sure that our sum list is equal to n, right? Because if it isn't, it will add just one for a lot of time till it equal. And when then they do this, sum of list will never, because okay, after this sentence it equal to n now, and then this 10 sentence just tell it to plus one into uh the last number of the list. So when it did that, it will always fall into this category, that is not equal to n and it's not less than n. It will just straight out to the else, which is like the sum of list is more than n. And when then they come to that, they will just pop out the last one, and then the add one into the latest for this position, which is nice. Looking at the chat GPT here is like 1111, and then it's 1012, and then there's 1113, and that's more. So they just pop the things out, and then they become three ones, and then each plus one into the last make it three, 111, 11 and 2. And then when this thing is not add up to 5, they just add one at the latest place for this sentence right here. So that will make the sum is equal to 5 again, and when sum equal to 5 again, they will just add 1 into the latest thing, and then keep the sum to 6. And then this statement is never used, so I never seen anything print out when the last version of code is used. So I decide to like delete this and put this after each statement is already making like this. Okay, so this should be working just fine like this. Okay, when you run this thing, let me like full screen the thing first. Oh no, like, can we not like full? Okay, yes, thanks. And when we click here the 5, oh okay, it is working as we think, that's working just the way we think. One on one, then this become two, and then two just go to the front, and then this become three, and then just two here, and then a bunch of one, and then there's two and three, one and four, and then let's go back to the front, which change it into two and one, two, one, three, and then the same things happen, which this thing is okay, really nice. I can like add the counter into each time that the list got printed, because this is how it worked. This is only time that it worked properly, right? So we can count how many possible way. It's pretty easy, but the hard thing is when I input some large number like 10, it will be, oh my god, that's a lot. Maybe that's too much. It's not even reach the first one, but you know what, there, let me try again with 7 or 8. The point I'm trying to make is the number will go up more than 6, right? What, why did it not go up more than 6? Huh, I did not limit any of the stuff. 1 2 3, why there's no number more than 6? Why they just decide to move on right here? Maybe the next loop will, yep, what the hell is happening? Let's just increase it to a lot more. Then there's definitely have something more than 6 here. Okay, yeah, Okay, yes, this is two less of a round. Yeah, that is like 6, 7, and 8 here, which is pretty rare for a low number. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, you will be good, but when you go up to n equal to 7, it will all break down because there will be like a 7 and 8 here. So I have to program it to cut those things out, but I don't know how to do that because when the thing is becoming 6, there will be like a weirdly way that you can arrange those 6 into some weird places, and the sequence of the each number is important here, so it will be a lot of way. Oh man, I don't know. um Let me think. I don't know. I'll just tell you later when I know. Okay, bye bye. Yeah. Quick update. I sent a reel to my friend that when the coding problem is so serious, the iPhone came off and the physical notebook comes out. And my friend said that I'm being dramatic. So I tell them it's me when I think about the algorithm I just showed you before. And they said I can submit it into the website. And I really confused that what, you can do that? So I don't understand what they mean first, so I sent it to them and they said, no, I mean on the website. So I asked them how, and I figure I can actually send it into the website and they will actually check it for me, which is really cool. Like, you just look at this. Boom. I send it to their website and there's like input some many numbers and see if the result is the same as they want. And so my code worked till the number of dice is 6, which is obvious because I didn't limit that the dice number would be go to 6, so it actually go up higher and higher all the way. And when the test case is 7, the last case for me is like one dice with a 7 faces as one, yeah, which is not ideal, but I don't know. Yeah, and oh yeah, this is my code. Wow, that's nice. I will show you something. This is my code, and actually when I put like a weird number, no, let me show this first so you can see what's going on inside my code. Okay, yeah, so the last number of each row is like the counter of how many times it works, and the front is like the case which is counted separately. As so you can see everything is look normal until the last one, which is like, oh yeah, no, this case is still fine. Let me increase some more so you can see more clearly. Oh shit, it doesn't. The range is too low. Maybe increase to 10,000. No, it's just 10. Okay, so you can see clearly that some of the dice is proceed over the 6, which is not ideal because if it's have like many more. And the frustrated thing about this is not only does this shouldn't be exited at all, like all this should be gone by now if we write the code right. And another thing that is hard to consider is when you proceed to the 6 before it's end, like okay, like it's here. Just look at this. There is a case in which they reach the 6. Oh my god, why can't I write it? Oh my god, it's messed up. Wait. Yeah, so here, just look at this. When we reach 6 before the round end, because the round end here right before they continue to the new one, which is they reach 6 here, and then we like pop this thing out and add 1 into this, and this thing becomes 7, which we don't like it. We need to cut it out, but let's think how we could do that. And that's may solve all the problem we face. I don't know. Let's see. Let's just wait and see. The last part, I tell you that the for loop isn't extended enough, so I figure I need a new way to extend the loop. So I figure out I will use while true, but when I use while true, I will have a problem because the first I like end the program when the length list is equal to 1, which is work well in the past version because all of those stuff will just lead to one big number at the front, but when we gonna like max it in as the 6, we need like a new way. So I think that if we divide n by 6, which will get like the number of the dice we need to use at a minimum at like when everything turns 6, because my program will end right there when everything is 6 or the max. So yeah, so I write some of the stuff on the paper here, like when n is equal to 6, the length list needs to be 1, 7 to 12 to 17 also 2, but when 18 it needs to be like 3 because it will be 3 6, right? So I decided so that like if I divide n by 6 and then we cut the remainings out and then I just plus 1 to a whole thing, I'll get this, right? Or maybe not. Let me think. At first I thought everything works well until I add this thing here, which is like break this equation out. So yeah, I need to find a new ways. Because 18 divided by 6 is 3, right? And then if you plus 1 it is more. Yeah, you can't do that. This thing need to be 3 also. Yeah. I know, maybe if I just do just this is enough. 6 divided 1, this divide is like 1 point something. Yeah, no, we need to round it up. We need to round it up, man. If it have like no remaining, it's cool, but if they have like a little bit of remaining, we need to round it up. Okay, so if we just like divided it by normal things with a remainder a little bit and proceed to add something that is like really large, like 0.999, and then we round it down, because like every cases that they have some of the remainder, it will just get round up, except the case that it's like divided properly, it will stay at the same because it's just go to like 999, which is nice. We definitely have a function to round it down, right? Or we just like change it into like string and invert it into the int. No, we not have this because this thing is a float as a whole. We just yeah, I think that's work. Let's try. Yeah, let's try with a new one. Okay, yes, I'll do just that. Okay, so I write like a simple program here, which probably like we test it. 617 is 2. Yeah, nice. 17 is 3. Yep. 18, 19, which is 4. Yes, this program might work, but I think that when the n is like large enough that the remainder is like smaller than 0.001, it will be a problem, is it? There's no point which is that case, because is there any point? Maybe, you don't know, we just add like a 2 more 9s that will solve all the things. Like let's try 6, 12, 18. Yeah, maybe everything is solved, just only this. Like I do 25, it will go to 5. Yes. Okay, so I think that worked. We'll just do that. So now we gotta find a way that like limit everything when each number go up to 6. I don't know which point of the logic is changed when, because when this like this thing machine is turned to 6, there will be a lot of stuff going on there. Like we cannot just skip it out, because there will be cases that this number is 6 but it isn't like sum into this number yet. Like if we had 10 and all we got is like 116, and then what, that's 8, and what do we have to do next, when, because when we add 1 into this we can't, so we just want to pop it out like that, and that is not a good case also, because like they could be the case which is like let me think. You know, the best idea I could think of right now is just when you find a 6, you just add 1 into like the letter until it somehow sum into the 10 again, and then when you like boop 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 boop, but this will be like the case, this will be like a huge wall that you cannot pop it out, because when you try to add 1 into this you can't, or we just pop it out like this, but when you pop it out like this you find a problem, which is like you cannot, oh you can, or you can, I don't even know, shit. Let's just try to do the simplest way first, which is just not let it hit 6 at all. No, not let it hit 7. Yeah, let's try that. So can we do like a really simple thing is like, if we add another if, that's say that if each one is equal to 6, we just continue, but nah, that's, oh, it may work and it may not. It may go into the infinite loop, which is like will go on this loop forever. Yeah, it's definitely gonna go on the infinite loop after some point, or not. I need to put the if thing in like the very end, because like in this place, so that it can like, oh my god, I did some mess up. Okay, if I add it into here, they should like check everything else first, which is probably work. No, don't. I don't know. Let's try and let's see together which is will work or not. This thing, if it's like more than 6, nope, it's this sign 6, just like break it out or continue. Let's try continue first, unless it's, yep, let's try with 8. What it should be end with a 6 and 2, right? But why it's in here at 113 116? What happened when this thing is more than 6? What, it may be a bug. Let's just try again. Yep, it's just end with the first 6. What? Continue. Oh, this just don't pop it out. Okay, so if we try to like cut this and put it in the else here, maybe, but it's not like not have any effect, because it is already at the end. Why do I even put this? Do we break? Do we what? Do we do what? What do we do? Because continue is like going to the next while loop, right? But this is already at the end, so it will have like no effects at all. Yeah, so we should do something else, which is if we break, it will break the while through, and it will also end it, which we don't like it. What do we do? Wait. But anyway, I just figured something out, that rather than I put the break condition in the if part here, I can just put it all as a whole into like a while condition. Just control X it out, and then just like put it here and tweak it a bit. Oop. If len list is, they should be more than this all the time. So when it's equal, more than, when it equal, you need to also use it, but when it's less than, this is concerning. So yeah, this should be work, but the six things is I don't know. We should do something about the six, man. Yeah, but at least the break condition is working good now. Like, yeah, this is, and when there's two things which in this case it's probably right because it's 1 and 6. But oh, but there is also a case where it is like a 6 and 1. Oh man, it's definitely not right. 1 and 7, yeah, this problem start here, but you know, when we end the first time here, oh, the break condition should be like if is sorting in the descending order and its length is equal to that thing, then it's break, because this is like missing a lot of way that the front isn't one, because it will just end when the, yeah, when the length is equal to 2. But okay, let's try some larger number. Oops, never mind. Never mind. Oh, 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 I thought it's breaking. It's not breaking. It's working pretty well. It just takes long, because yeah, that's just 16. 111 and 16. That is like some shit design. Yeah, I should do something. What do? I don't know. What I want to do is just keep ignoring 6 and add 1. Okay, so what I do, if, oh my god, I can't write it. If found 6, ignore it and add 1 into like the later. And when you do all those things and that still isn't adds up into 10, what do we do is we broke the 6 out, because there will be case in which the 6 alone isn't adds up into the things, but when you add a bunch of 1, it's add ups, and you can like have some many ways in that direction, which is nice. So let's try to see where this thing fits in our code. I'll come back later. Okay, so after writing it a bit, I found out that the first time the 6 gonna came out is like whenever this thing become 5 and all the stuff behind, and it's just throw it into here. So the first time what we wanna do is just we send it into this condition here. Let's just no, not that one. The one that we want to let this is this one. We want to do this one first when we came to 6, but the second time we came to 6, it's gonna get added up into 7, and when there's a 7, we like send it into this. So I think it's pretty easy to solve this when we can just like add the and condition into like every single sentence in the condition here, and list in the last index isn't equal to like, where is the exclamation mark, boop boop boop, 7. Yeah, because the last thing that every single thing is do is just add one into the last, add one into the last. So when it's be 6 it will be fine, but when we add 1 and it's turned into 7, this condition will turn false and this either, and it will just straight to here. But oh, but this thing is still work, is it? Yeah, but okay, I know it, but maybe I don't know it. Let me think. You know what? It's fine. It's fine. We can just add this thing into the first thing also to ensure that everything bad will not happen. Yeah, it seems obvious. It seems like some douchebag way, but it's work. I mean, if it's work, it's nice. We can just add if into a whole thing here. No, not and. If listen equal to 7, we just put this thing and we indent all this stuff for a bit. Yeah, everything is seemingly need to work now. Let's try it. Let's try some higher number, like 8. Yeah, it's worked pretty well, but as I said, it's end the program when the length is just right, but which is not what I want. Oh no, because there will be a it's the first is in always have to be 1. We can just skip it, but oh yeah, the 6th one is working fine now. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna break when list is more than this, and list is arranged in the descending order, which what we wanna do is like put the whole thing here first. And how do we do that? List, no, not list. When list is equal to sort, can we sort the thing in the list? I don't know. Let me open the book and check first. Can we sort the list? Okay, yes, we can sort the list, but when we sort, it will be like in the ascending order. I don't want that. And when what we're gonna do is we said that the list is equally the same as the list sort, but invert. You know what I mean? List dot sort, and this thing will be like this first, and then all this whole thing just invert it with the slice method like this. Okay, yeah. Oh my god, what the hell is happening? I forgot any of the bracket. Yes, I forgot. I forgot one bracket right here. Let's try like a 9. Oh shit, what happened? Line for non-type object is not scribbled. Line for what happened? Okay, so we might need to build more. We might need to build more variable. This might be so messy. But can we check that? But can we check that two lists is equal? Let's find out just now. Yeah, we can totally do that. If we change this into 2, it'll be true. Yeah, we can do that. So the idea is working. Now we just have to like write a function. We check this thing and we just call that function out when we want to check. It's gonna be pain in the ass, I tell ya. Yeah, this thing should work fine now. Oh my, this thing should work fine. This is the function I built, and this is the while conditional one. Then let's try 8. Oh shit, what happening? I think it's your time, chat. Tell me what's happening. Oh yeah, I know, because because this thing is gonna be like true and false irregularly, but this thing is gonna be like true all the time. But when while it's turning to false, it will stop doing it, and need like two elements to become. Oh yeah, so if we use or, it will be no, I mean, no, we can do that. If we use and not n, like and not n, not n, will do all the time except the one where everything is. Oh yes, we can do and not n. That will solve everything. Yep, it's not solve everything. Yeah. Why? Because the n will be like false most of the time until it's become really n that's turned true. But the first one is gonna be true only that sometimes. But what we need is like the two things to combine to like exit the loop. So we just use not and or. Is that correct? Let's do some logic. Let's do some grade 10 logics here. Okay, so this will be mostly false, and this will be mostly false. But when it's actually n, we need two things to turn true and true. But we need this thing to be true all the time except this time. So we use not and. Because if no, we not use not and we use not if we use the and thing, this thing will be false most of the time except the time when it actually end. Yeah, we use not and that's work. This should work. And when we use like not here, this thing should work now. No, it's not. What the hell is happening? What the hell is happening? This thing will be like false almost all the time except the time when it's palindrome. And this thing will be false all the time. No, this thing will be true all the time except the time when it's actually like a lower number of dice. So we should change this into lower. If we change it into lower and we call it a day, this should work now. Is it? Yep, it's done. What the hell is happening? Okay, what's happening is the knot is working only in the front one because I have like two less of a bracket. We just need to put the more bracket here. Yep, this thing should work. Okay now. No, almost. What the hell? Yes, still not working. If not this thing, nah, we should change this back into one before. Is this one maybe? Okay, let's try again. Yep, definitely what? Fuck. Yep, this thing should work now. I changed it into like when length list is more than int this stuff, which is the same, which will be like true most of the time except it's really low number dice now, or not n, which is easy, not n. So if it is n, it will be false. And this thing, when the number of die is really low, it will also be false. And while it's gonna do all of the time until this both thing is turning false, which is mean the number of dice is really low and it is n, which is should work properly and fine. Oh my god, I put it a bit too much. Yep, that is not that is too much. I just want to put 10 here. Yes, it's still not working somehow. Somehow it's still not working. I hate it. Let's just ask ChatGPT again. Man, I'm lazy now. Oh hell. What? Why they said that when I'm sort? Why it will be sort list also? No, that's not. What the hell? I basically created Y so that when I'm sort Y, it will not have any effect on list. ChatGPT definitely lying now. Man, it's definitely lying. Let's try it. 3, 4, 5. Let's just Y is equal to B and then just sort Y. Boop, and then print B. It's 3, 4, 5. Sort Y. Nah, that's ChatGPT is lying. Yep, yep. Y is 3, 4, 5. No, it's already sort Y. I put that number. 3, 5, 2. Okay. Print Y is 2, 3, 5. And then when I print B, it's also 2, 3, 5. ChatGPT is indeed not lying. Why does it out? Oh my god, why does it work like that? That is not what I've intended to do at all. Oh shit, what? Why? Just why? I decided to create another variable for this and it still somehow managed to link to each other. What the hell is happening? Okay, yeah, I just figured out maybe you sorted is a better way, huh? Oh my god, what? How to use sorted? I forgot. Let's just look at the book. I have like a book which have every single things I learned, which is nice. Where the fuck is sorted? Oh yeah, I see it. Use the function sorted as okay. Let's do just that. Okay, yeah, I changed everything and it still managed to didn't work somehow. And another really important thing that I'm just figuring it out is I have like a math test upcoming next Monday and I'm still having not learned that shit and writing the code which is really bad, so I have to stop here first and then do that thing and I'll just come back later after I taking that test. In fact, I have like a shit ton of tests upcoming, so if you just look at this, you don't even have to know which what is right in here is right in Thailand, but the orange thing, the each of the orange words is like he is on its own test the upcoming. This is like a final test for my grade 12 student as what. Okay, so today is here and then we have like a test, math test here, and we have chemistry test here, and then I have like a Python competition test here, and then we have like social and math and chemistry all together in one, and then the next day we have English and history and physics here, and then another Tuesday we have like another English class and calculus class and biology class and Thai class, which is shit. And I still have like IL and a lot of stuff going on next month. Oh shit, and don't let me tell you, the history class is a lot of stuff going on. They teach me from like the start of the history at Sumer, and then they go like to Egypt, hieroglyphic and Greek and Roman and every single Europe and manner and like Chinese, India, every civilization I learned in like a great detail, which is a lot. They learn even how like Cleopatra is doing the business with another guy and to defeat another guy, which I'll have a name but I don't remember his name, maybe like Mark Anthony or something. and like all the Christian stuff, like Martin Luther, I don't know, King that plays saxophone, not that one. And that's Martin Luther King is even plays saxophone. Who's he? Is he singer or something? Yep, he not even doing music. Okay, that's bad. Silly me. Shit. Why does they have same name? There's another like Martin Luther that do the Christian stuff, and there's like I learned about Dark Age and Crusade War and Hundreds Years War and all this thing until like the founder Columbus found America, and then we just stopped there and decided the rest of the history we'll learn in the next semester, which is also really bad. But that's not the main point because that's still next week. I have like a tons or not a ton, a little bit more time. But the crucial thing is like this probability classes that okay, yeah, I should go now instead of like explaining random shit. Bye bye.